I knew something was fishy straight from the go. Soon as he got home, took his phone up on the low. Saw it for a number I ain't never seen before. After all the games he said, baby, how'd you know? I told him he better go. Thanks to my women's intuition, ain't nothing that I'm missing with my women's intuition. Ay, these men be creeping, cheating, thinking we don't know, but we know. Don't underestimate a woman's intuition.
Welcome, everyone. Everyone take their seat. Thank you, and thank you to my Invest Ottawa colleagues who are helping to bring everyone together. I see so many wonderful faces, people I have not seen in years. It's wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Mino Gizeb. On behalf of our entire team, it's an honor to welcome you to the 10-year anniversary of Invest Ottawa, your lead economic development agency for knowledge-based industries here in Canada's capital, and the 6-year anniversary of Bayview Yards, Ottawa's one-stop business acceleration shop and innovation hub. Thank you all for taking the time to join us to celebrate the collective outcomes and impact we have achieved together as a collaborative community and as a global tech hub. My name is Sonia Shorey. I have the privilege of serving as the Vice President Strategy, Marketing and Communications here at Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards, and Area X.O, and one of your 2 co-MCs for today. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all leaders, clients, funders, collaborators, sponsors, directors, and employees who are with us today. I'm also delighted to be joined by my colleague, Carrie Eusebio, Director of Bayview Yards Growth and Success.
Thank you, Sonia. Welcome, everyone. It is such a pleasure to join you and to see so many friends and colleagues gathered here at Bayview Yards to celebrate this very special occasion today. I'm so excited to join you as co-MC. Thank you to everyone who has taken time to be part of this day from near and far, both here in the RBC Foundry and online. I've had the pleasure of collaborating with many of you directly since the inception of Bayview Yards, throughout the evolution of Invest Ottawa and the establishment of Area X.O. It's truly been a remarkable journey.
And today truly is a celebration of you and our community. It also represents an important milestone in our community during some of the most challenging and unprecedented times in our history. We know we are still persevering through many storms as a region, as a country, and as a world, but we are resilient. And it makes every step taken even more meaningful and impactful, and we have many more that we will take together. It's one of the reasons our team is so grateful to be with you here today and to be part of a community we are so passionate about. Every person who joins us here today at Bayview and online and in spirit has made a direct impact on Invest Ottawa, the founders and companies we serve, our economy, and our community.
And today, as we celebrate this anniversary, we want to thank you for helping our region to fulfill its potential as a thriving and inclusive business community and global tech hub. We're excited to share highlights of our collaborative progress and impact we've achieved together in our economic development journey, outcomes that help us establish a strong foundation on which to build even greater opportunity and a future we will create together.
I Every single day, we are inspired by the innovators, entrepreneurs, and companies, many of whom are gathered with us today here in the Foundry and online, that make our region the greatest in the world. This includes top talent that emerges from our world-class post-secondary institutions and that is attracted to Ottawa from around the globe. Founders who launch, scale, and take on the world with disruptive technology solutions. SMEs and multinationals that land, expand, and invest here in the capital, and the small businesses that shape the heart of our community. They are truly the soul of everything we do and the heart of our economy, creating jobs, new investment, opportunity for people from every walk of life across our region. And we are very grateful to the investors, sponsors, and partners that make this impact possible. And so many are with us here today.
We have a very special program for you today, including special guest speakers, video presentations, and the unveiling of our new murals, together with RBC, our longtime premier sponsor. To begin our celebration, it's my honor to introduce Monique Menach, Knowledge Keeper, member of the Algonquins of Barrier Lake, and Executive Director of the Indigenous Culture and Media Innovations Algonquin. Please join me in welcoming her as she joins us to deliver a beautiful land acknowledgement.
Pajashig, welcome. Welcome to unceded, unsurrendered Algonquin territory. Monique Menach and Dishnakas, Kittikinnikinishnaabek and Dojaba. My name is Monique Menach, and I'm a member of the Algonquins of Barrier Lake. And I've been pondering, because I always try to be relevant, and the words transformative kept coming to mind, collaborative, community, all these things that I think underscore the foundation of Invest Ottawa and of the Bayview Yards. And it reminded me of a quick story that I'll tell you. From my community, it was gifted to me by another knowledge keeper, Anita DeCourcy. And it happens that the Creator had given a gift to all of creation. And so once she had done that, all of creation, and including human beings, who were, of course, created last, got together to discuss what they were going to do and how they were going to take care of this gift. And so they started talking about it because they weren't sure, where do we keep it? How do we take care of it? And everybody was talking all at once, the bears, the moose. And there was this little mouse. And she was so excited. She said, I have an idea. I have an idea. And of course they couldn't hear her because people are big and moose are big and bears are big. And she was a little mouse. And so somebody said, why don't we put it way, way, way up in the sky? Nobody will be able to take it, and we'll be able to see it all the time during the day. And they thought about that for a while, and then they said, well, someday someone might be able to go way, way, way up into the sky, and something might happen to this gift. So they continued to talk about it, and the little mouse was so excited, she kept saying, I have an idea, I have an idea. But they couldn't hear her, so they carried on, and somebody else said, well, why don't we put it deep, deep, deep into the ocean? Because nobody will find it there. It's dark, and, nobody goes there. And they thought about it, and they talked about it, until finally somebody said, maybe someday someone might go deep, deep, deep into the ocean. So they talked about it some more, and the little mouse, she was so persistent. And then finally, there was a lull. You know how it goes quiet in a room like this? And usually I'm shouting something, and suddenly into the quiet, there's my voice shouting something. And so into that quiet of that room, in that place, the little mouse shouted, I have an idea. And they heard her. And they said, what is it? What is it? What's your idea, mouse? And she said, let's each of us take a piece of this gift and put it inside of us. And that way, if somebody loses their piece, we can share ours. And that way, it'll never truly be gone because everybody will have a piece of it. And that's what they did. That gift was the gift of life, was the gift of light. And every single member of creation shares a piece of that. And the irony is, when someone is feeling low and you share your gift of light, yours becomes stronger just as much as theirs does. And that's what I see happening here. You know, this collaboration, this community that's being nurtured. Everyone is sharing their gifts. Everyone is sharing their light. And it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And so now here we are. We're celebrating the 6th year of the Bayview Yards and the 10th year, I believe. It's a decade for Invest Ottawa. And so I'd like to open this space today to make it a place of sharing, a place of learning, a place of friendship, a sacred space, a safe space. And I'll do that with a few words to the Creator. Kachimigwich Jemnado. Thank you, Creator. Thank you for everything you've placed in our homelands that help human beings to live well. We acknowledge and honor the trees, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, and the oceans. We acknowledge and honor the insects and all the things that help the plants to grow. We thank you for our ability to care for one another and to bring peace in trouble, in times of trouble and anguish. We thank you for our ability to prepare ourselves spiritually for the spirit world, for when the short physical world ends. We remember our friends and our family who are ill, whether physically, mentally, or through addictions, and we hope they have a good day today and that they return to us soon as role models and as mentors. And we remember to live our lives with great respect for all living things. Kachimigwich, 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 Kachimigwich. Thank you very much, and I'm so pleased to be here for this celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful land acknowledgement, Monique. And truly, this is a community where many gifts have been shared very generously and openly, and we're pleased to celebrate many of those gifts with you now. You know that we are honored to serve many innovators, founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and companies from every single corner of our region together with you. They are the reason that Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards, and AreaX.O exist. And today, we want to celebrate their impact on our economy with you. We are honored to share a very special video we created earlier this year called The Voice of the Client. We hope you enjoy it.
Invest Ottawa is a market catalyst. We help to amp up everyone around us for the better economic good of our region. That's what we do. The best feedback we get is best served up by the clients themselves.
Invest Ottawa is knowledgeable,
connected,
supportive,
people first,
great ally,
friendly and helpful,
change makers, welcoming and so passionate,
engaged, cared about our objectives.
Invest Ottawa is here when we need them.
Invest Ottawa is way more than you think it is.
Invest Ottawa has been a great partner to Field Effect. I think specifically when we think about the ENPS survey.
We put so much time into customer experience, customer support, and the ENPS score has been a really big part of that.
As a global company and investor, it is important for us to have a local partner right here in Ottawa that helps us navigate the local government and become a good member of the local business community.
One very tangible thing where we've worked together with a course to accelerate companies for product development, and several of those companies have gone on to be very successful in the Ottawa area.
We were encouraged to experiment a lot, and that was one of the keys that helped us grow 400% in our second or third year of business. And from then, we've raised upwards of $90 million Canadian. Having that seed funding that was available for when the product was really just an idea was instrumental.
The reason why we're happy with the accelerator is because they told us everything we didn't want to hear, but that we needed to hear. We were able to grow the team, grow the marketing, and get ready for that first sale that's just around the corner.
Since we've partaken in the program, we've grown 100-fold, and I'm talking technically in terms of number of transactions, number of clients, It's between 100 and several hundreds times bigger. We were able to do that without hesitation, thanks to what we've seen part of the NGNP.
I needed some guidance on launching the product and making my business plan solid.
The Digital Main Street was instrumental in helping me with my transition of my brand. They helped me in terms of my graphics, my social media, connecting it in terms of the wording and my copywriting that was on my website, and helped me to put that all together so that I can relaunch a brand new brand that will help me to engage and connect with my customers.
The best part about collaborating with Invest Ottawa is that as an entrepreneur myself, entrepreneurship is very lonely, but collaborating with Invest Ottawa, it always feels that I have somebody that I can rely on and an ecosystem that I can be a part of.
The objectives we're pursuing together have never been more important. We all know the pandemic has had a disproportionate impact on women, particularly those from marginalized communities. This is an issue that impacts all of us, our economy, our society, and our community.
One of the many goals we're trying to accomplish here at Invest Ottawa is to disrupt the narrative that exists for so many entrepreneurs from underrepresented and underserved communities, ensuring that all people see themselves in entrepreneurship and consider it not just as a means of survival, but as an economically viable path to take and be supported along.
Because this event is in person and virtually, women have an opportunity to meet one another, not only here in Ottawa, but across the country as well.
We actually first learned about Invest Ottawa through the She Boot program. So this is a program that helps women entrepreneurs become investor ready. We were able to meet a lot of mentors and advisors throughout this program. And now we're connected to their Flex program, where we still get to take advantage of some of the resources and mentors that Invest Ottawa provides.
What She Boot really helped us with was honing our pitch and really pulling out the essence of what was important versus some of the other parts that maybe weren't as important. So that was a really big one. And then really going one-on-one with our mentors.
Invest Ottawa has really supported us through our fundraising process. We use their market research insights team at the beginning to vet options for investors that might be a good fit. So they've really been monumental in making that fundraising process as smooth and efficient for us as possible.
One of the really great and unique things that Invest Ottawa brings to Telesat is Area X.0. And whether it's testing 5G applications, autonomous vehicles, or letting us future-proof, it really is a differentiator. And given Ottawa as a capital of telecom around the world, it couldn't be a better fit.
To move to Area XO was really a simple choice, and it's paid us off in dividends.
We've had a long-standing relationship here with Invest Ottawa and Area X.0. We brought forward, the 4G to 5G. We're seeing now solutions being brought forward with smart agriculture, some of the smart city capabilities.
Several years ago, we were looking at expanding out some R&D testing, some software development, and we were able to stumble across Area X.0. This has been a great decision. It's been a great collaboration as well with the other companies and, of course, Invest Ottawa.
To have an opportunity to collaborate with such a great organization as Invest Ottawa at their Area X.0 site is just fantastic. We're there at the beginning. We get to learn with them. We get to learn with their other partners and collaborators. It's phenomenal.
Everything from office space to garage space to communication towers to roads to pedestrian crossings to roundabouts, railway crossings, literally a mini city. And that's exactly what we need to be able to do this kind of testing and bring these vehicles from concept and prototypes to reality. They're great to work with. They really are.
Being a part of the site here has really opened us up to a world of opportunities, and the staff in particular has taken the time to connect us with not only companies locally, but globally.
With a diverse set of people coming together at the table to discuss and share about existing challenges and problems, I truly believe that we can get the best out of everyone and the best for the world.
Being in the On-Call program, being in the Area X, so gives you access to all these things so that you can build without, being restricted to, how much do we have? What can we do? What can we buy? Without this, we will not be able to test our systems.
Invest Ottawa has sponsored us as part of the Global Talent Streams to help us immigrate new candidates to Ottawa. Tapping into the international talent has been key for us.
Hub Talent is about the future. It's about future opportunities, and such individuals should not limit themselves.
Being here, hearing the person actually speaking, seeing the facility, it's a whole different idea altogether.
I want to try something new and start a new life. There's just so many opportunities here in Ottawa.
Ottawa has been such an incredible place for our business as we're really close to key government decision makers. So we've been able to attend a variety of different roundtables with government officials, with city councillors, and be able to learn behind the scenes what's happening in the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So that's been really exciting to be a part of some of those key decision opportunities.
If you're starting a company today, I think what you need to do is, no matter what stage of growth you are, you need to check out what Invest Ottawa has to offer, because there's something for everyone. And with that support, you'll go much further, much faster.
The reason we've been successful as a company is we do this collaboratively with our partners and stakeholders in the region and the funders that really care about economic development across Canada, where Ottawa plays a vital role. With that, on behalf of our community, thank you.
The voice of the client in their own words, and to be a part of the incredible work that so many entrepreneurs are doing here in Ottawa. We're so grateful to have the opportunity to collaborate with so many entrepreneurs and firms like the ones that you just saw today, from diverse sectors and walks of life, who are driving our economy. And as we look forward to celebrating their continued growth and supporting the next generation of job creators, we know they're going to fuel our future innovation economy. It's now my pleasure to introduce a true champion for our region entrepreneurial community and one of the inaugural directors of the board of Invest Ottawa. Please join me in welcoming Chandra Arya, Member of Parliament for Nepean.
Good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be back here. I'm joined here with my colleagues, Minister Philomena Tassi, MP Janna Serts, and MP Asir Naqvi. When it was first founded, I was on the inaugural board along with our current Ottawa Mayor, Mark Sutcliffe. Probably we both did not know that one day we will be colleagues in politics too. It is nice to see our inaugural co-chair Justin Westende, and I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the contributions of Westende family has done to the City of Ottawa. One person I missed today, and one person who should have been here today, is former Mayor Jim Watson, who transformed Oak Green to Invest Ottawa and also played a key role in setting up this Bayview Yards. Jim Watson and I shared the importance of technology sector to Ottawa. With then over 1,700 knowledge-based companies in National Capital Region, we knew that technology sector will play a big role in the future economic economy of Ottawa itself. I entered politics with three objectives. One was affordable housing, the second was secure retirement income, and the third was that I wanted to ensure Canada continues to be at the forefront in the global knowledge-based economy in the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, genomics, quantum computing, and space technologies. Canada is prosperous today because of our natural resources advantage in oil, gas, minerals, metals, forestry products, and the hard work of several generations of Canadians, including current-day seniors. However, for us to ensure that our prosperity and the standard of living that we enjoy today is available to our children and grandchildren, we need to be at the forefront of knowledge-based economy. This is where organizations like Invest Ottawa come into picture, and the projects like Area X.O in my Nepean riding make a difference. At the federal government, we have put money where our mouth is. We have founded technology clusters in artificial intelligence, in advanced manufacturing, in digital technology, and several others like that. And we have also invested in quantum computing and other technology ventures across Canada. This Bayview Yards, where we sit here, was started by when we were on the board of Invest Ottawa. Then Mayor Jim Watson brought in the land and the structure. Then the Dalton McGuinty, who was the Premier of province of Ontario, one of his last acts was to bring in, I think, $7 million. The federal government, we came late to the table, but when we came to power in 2015, we did bring in $8 million. We have invested quite a bit since then, since 2015. We have always recognized the future of Canada lies moving away from natural resources to knowledge-based economy. I have always advocated for the technology sector, both because of its importance and because Canada's future prosperity is dependent on where we are in the knowledge-based economy. Since we got elected, the federal government's support to Invest Ottawa and Area X.O continues. What you are going to hear today is that further continuation of support to organizations like Invest Ottawa and Area X.O. Thank you so much. And now I welcome my colleague MP Janasats for her remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much, Chandra, for that kind introduction. And it's so wonderful to see so many familiar faces after what I know has been such a long haul post-COVID. Great to be here with all of my colleagues here today. I know our mayor, Mark Sutcliffe, is also joining us, but really great to be here with all of you. All of you from Invest Ottawa here at Bayview Yards as we mark this special occasion. Your 10 years, hard to believe, 10 years. I'm not getting any older, so I'm not sure how that's happened, but 10 years of hard work has undoubtedly not gone unnoticed in our city. As I'm sure all of us in this room know and acknowledge that Ottawa is truly a world-class technology hub and diverse in so many ways. But here we are nurturing startups and all the way to scale-ups. And in doing so, we're cultivating our local technology sector. And we're cultivating the next generation of innovators, so many of you that are in the room here today. Comme plusieurs d'entre vous le savent, la région d'Ottawa est une des pôles technologiques le plus diversifié en Amérique du Nord. Et ensemble, nous prenons soin des entreprises de démarrage jusqu'à l'accroissement d'échelle. Ce faisant, nous cultivons l'écosystème technologique local de façon que la prochaine génération d'innovateurs et d'entreprises de la région a un avenir prometteur et prospère. As the local member for Canada Carleton, the home of Area X.O and Invest Ottawa's public test track, I am thrilled to represent an area that is part of what I believe are truly groundbreaking innovations. And I recall vividly back in October 2017, again, feels like just yesterday, when we opened up North America's first on-road public test track on the roads in the Canada North Technology Park. It was quite a momentous day. Some of you may have been there, but to watch this autonomous vehicle drive down our streets and the crowds that gathered was really quite exciting. So I'm proud to be here to share this message and to ensure that that you understand, that you know that the Government of Canada understands the importance of supporting our thriving technology talent and providing the right tools to remain one of the most competitive technology regions globally. Le gouvernement du Canada comprend l'importance d'appuyer nos talents technologiques florissants et de fournir les bons outils pour démarrer l'une des régions technologiques les plus concurrentielles au monde. It's organizations like Invest Ottawa here at Bayview Yards that help boost and help grow our local economy, create amazing jobs, and bring new innovations to the forefront each and every day. So with that, I am pleased to have the honor to introduce my friend, my colleague, Philomena Tassi, to deliver some outstanding news for our region. So please join me in welcoming Minister Tassi. Joignez-vous à moi pour sauter le bienvenue à Ministre Tassi. Thank you very much.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks, Jenna, for that lovely introduction. Thank you, Monique, for the land acknowledgement, the prayer, and for sharing the story. And I think that the story is really appropriate. Hearing those quiet voices, the voice of the mouse, and the important point of sharing the gifts and ensuring that we are bringing light to those gifts. And that is exactly, I think, what today is about. So thank you very much for that. And it's fantastic to see so many here joining us today for this announcement, and to see the excitement and the passion and the amazing video that was shared. It shows the great work that is taking place here. And I am very happy to be joined by my amazing colleagues, Chandra, Jenna, and Yasser. I can tell you that you have 3 local champions here that work very hard, and in my role as a minister responsible for FedDev, they never give up. So great, strong advocacy and bragging about this community and how important the investments are. And I do want to offer my congratulations to the new mayor, His Worship Mark Sutcliffe. I know that you're here, but I believe that you're here. Oh, there you are, Mark. Okay, congratulations on your win, and we do look forward to working collaboratively with you. And also thank you to Michael and Sonia and Kara and the team here at Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards for hosting this great event, and it is an absolutely fantastic event. Congratulations on the 10-year anniversary of Invest Ottawa and the 6-year anniversary of Bayview Yards. And great that my colleagues have been able to speak a little bit to their experience with respect to these, both of these anniversaries and the history. So for a decade, Invest Ottawa has worked with startups, scale-ups, and SMEs, propelling innovation and new technologies forward while contributing to the creation of thousands of jobs in this region. And I am so pleased that FedDev Ontario has been a continued part of your story. Since its inception, we have worked in partnership on many projects, including Scale-Up Platform and Digital Main Street programming, which have provided thousands of entrepreneurs, including women, with targeted support to grow their business and thrive. We have also made strategic investments in your continued growth, including here at Bayview Yards Innovation Hub and at Area X.O, the first integrated test facility of its kind in North America. Which brings me to why I am here today. As Minister responsible for the economic development in Southern Ontario, one of my main goals is to build clean, inclusive economic growth across the region and create good-paying jobs for our communities. That's why we created the Jobs and Growth Fund, a $700 million program that helps local businesses and organizations that support them plan for the future, build resiliency, and prepare for growth by transitioning to a green, inclusive, and competitive economy. And we cannot talk about the future of Canadian innovation without mentioning the work being done here by Area X.O. Area X.O is a space focused on creating, testing, and commercializing innovations that will help Canada increase its mobility, autonomy, and connectivity. I had the opportunity earlier to see firsthand the autonomous Lexus that is here for today's event and is usually housed at Area X.O. as we work towards a Canada with sales predominantly focused on electric vehicles, offering businesses and entrepreneurs with a test space for research and development related to the technologies of the future is absolutely crucial. And we know that there is more that we can do. With this in mind, I am pleased to announce that the Government of Canada is providing a non-repayable contribution of nearly $5.4 million for the expansion of Invest Ottawa's Area X.O. Smiles just got bigger out there. Through this project, Invest Ottawa will add remote simulation capabilities at its Area X.O facility to allow entrepreneurs to remotely conduct tests and demonstrations. The important work being done here at Area X.O with support from our government will be felt across Ottawa and Canada as innovators and entrepreneurs aim to bring their solutions to Canadians. You will be pleased to hear that this project will support 140 SMEs and 745 jobs and commercialize up to 40 new products, services, and processes. Today's investment builds on a previous $7 million investment from FedDev Ontario that was instrumental in the creation of Area X.O, supporting more than 30 SMEs and over 360 jobs, and continues to position Area X.O as a unique regional asset, supporting not only Canadian-made innovations, but also attracting foreign direct investment. In its 10 years, Invest Ottawa has shown a commitment to supporting underrepresented entrepreneurs here in the region. This project is no exception. 70%, 70, of participating businesses will be owned and/or led by members of underrepresented groups, including racialized Canadians, Black entrepreneurs, Indigenous entrepreneurs, and members of the 2S LGBTQI+ community. Through this partnership, we are bolstering Canada's innovation ecosystem, which means we are investing in Canadians, who in turn will be creating hundreds of good, inclusive jobs and securing Canada as a world leader in innovation. We believe in Canadians. We believe in the talents and abilities of Canadians. We believe, as Monique says, shining the light on the gifts and sharing those gifts. Investments like this enable us to do just that. Smart investments lead to strong economic growth. That's what today's announcement is about. Congratulations, Michael and the team. I look forward to seeing the exciting innovations that are going to come from this project. I know I will be hearing probably on a daily basis from my colleagues. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of today's events, and congratulations again to everyone on the anniversary of Invest Ottawa and the Bayview Yards. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Years. We're running a little long in this afternoon's show, so I'm going to go right off script. And I want to first start by just acknowledging how many people showed up for today's event. Honestly, I couldn't be more humbled. And in a way, while we're celebrating 10 years of Invest Ottawa, we're really celebrating 10 years of all of us together, aren't we? I think we all share the passion for what we want our city to be. And we have so much support, so much help from so many of you to make that future reality possible. I just feel humbled. I remember my first day walking through the door. This was a brand new, fresh building. I see some of my former presidents here. I think Bruce Lazenby was here. I see Jeffrey Dale. What you guys did before I got into the role, like I'm standing on your shoulders, right? Bruce, you were at, where's Bruce Lazenby? Bruce was over at Aberdeen, just around the corner. And you know, I inherited this building, you know, after all of that effort. You were the one that actually launched it, so I'm so grateful for that. I left Microsoft on a Friday afternoon, and on Saturday I was opening an event for young children coding. I didn't plan for that. I didn't know quite what I was getting into, but what an entry into this amazing facility, and what a way to be introduced to what the possibilities are. And while it feels like just yesterday coming in through the door, I look back at everything that has been done over that 6-year period that I've been active in it, and I'm absolutely humbled by what's been delivered by all of us together. So today is a celebration of all of us together. I am obligated to say a few words about some of the things that we've accomplished together. So let me rattle off a few numbers here for you. So the first thing is, of course, we care about jobs. In 10 years, it's almost 15,000 jobs that have been generated directly from programming that we've delivered together in the last decade. Domestic companies raising $1.86 billion in capital. That's a big number. We attracted almost $1.5 billion in foreign direct investment into this region. Those are big numbers. We established Area X.0 thanks to incredible investments and support from both the federal government, the province. The city has been so leaned in on this thing since the very start. We weren't sure what we were getting into, but I'm ever glad we got into it, because the impact has been direct, the impact has been steady, and it showcases the best tech of our region to the world. We take this to the world everywhere we go. We talk about Area X.0. More importantly, we talk about the companies that are showing up and delivering brand new technology at Area X.0 for the world. And in this facility, over 75,000 advisory hours. We have a number of coaches and mentors here with us today. You're brilliant people. You don't have to do this. You do this because you care about the market and because you have the know-how. And we're very fortunate to have you with us as advisors. And in this facility, over 60,000 people trained by volunteers, 60,000 people, leveraging, if Paul is here somewhere, I'm trying to avoid picking out individual people, but Paul and her team have done such an amazing job to bring that capability. And what we learned through the pandemic, we actually opened up a lot of our programming to new organizations and individuals that we hadn't talked to before through things like Digital Main Street and the Downtown Ottawa Business Relief Fund. These are people we weren't really directly active with and are now taking advantage of some of this programming. We have KPMG annually do some work with us to do an economic impact assessment of what a year in the life of Invest Ottawa economic generation looks like. In 2021, which is the last year that we did this in, we're just closing the books now for last year. In 1 year, $652 million in GDP. 406 million of that is direct employment income. 5,685 FTE jobs. This is the spin-off effect that occurs, cause and effect. And 120 million in tax revenues, government revenues. For every $1 million in funding received, 25.6 million in GDP, 223 additional jobs, and 4.7 million in additional government revenues. That's the money we should all put our portfolios into right now, wouldn't you say? So overall, I have to say, I feel blessed to be part of it. I feel very lucky to be part of it. And I'm very grateful to everyone that supports this work with us each and every day. Just a few more things I want to say, and I do want to acknowledge a few people. I have to be careful because we're running long, so I'm going to probably more acknowledging groups. The way forward looks very bright to me. We're about 6 months into doing a refresh of our strategic plan work. Our initial plan was built on the shaping the fourth industrial revolution thinking from the World Economic Forum. And I really believe in the shaping part. The future doesn't have to be what we read about. The future can be what we dream and what we believe is possible. And I believe that we're making these sorts of dreams happen by really leaning in deep together and dreaming up that future together. What I'm most excited about with this refresh of the strategic plan that we're doing right now is that it's not just a bunch of us in a back room coming up with ideas. We spent a lot of time talking to our communities to make sure we are getting it. I believe that we are. And in April, we'll launch this new plan. I'm very excited about it. And I look forward to inventing what that future is with all of you. Now, just a few acknowledgements that I want to make sure that I do. Firstly, of course, Minister Tassi, UN FedDev Ontario, the whole organization, thank you for believing in us. Sometimes we wonder if it's a harebrained idea that we're taking on, but as it turns out, it actually generates jobs, and it generates wealth, and it generates a lot of activity. So I want to thank you for making a bet on us, and I want you to know how seriously we take that. Every nickel will be put to good use. Every nickel will find its way into building our economy after 3 years of difficult times for many. And yes, I do want to thank our local members of Parliament. Honestly, you are just so incredibly focused with us. You guide us and coach us, and you give us the medicine when we need it. And I'm very grateful for everything that you do for us. Chandra, Jenna, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, and of course, Yasser. I think Yasser had to step out. A couple of additional things I wanted to add in. We're also very active with global affairs. They've been an investor in our business as well for foreign direct investment and trade work. Also, Transport Canada. We had a number of transport people here earlier. We've now done 4 projects with transport that are strategic and that enable future activity, which we're so grateful for. So thank you for that. In terms of partners, a few people that I want to acknowledge. Obviously, on the Area X.O side, we have a lot of players involved with this. Canada is involved. The province is involved. I see Goldie here. I'm in your riding. Thank you for coming today. The province has been incredible. We do get a lot of support from Minister Fullerton. We also get a lot of support from Minister Fideli, of course. And we've been active in projects that we've delivered for Minister McNaughton with MLTSD. So we're very grateful for that. OCI has been a huge support of our work here, especially with the autonomous vehicle work we do at Area X.O. And of course, the City of Ottawa. The City of Ottawa has been with us from the start. Jan, it's great to see you. The work you've done at Area X.O and agriculture, I can't even describe the impacts there. Thank you. So very fortunate with all of this. We have a lot of our board members past and present here, and we'd be done at 5 o'clock if I had to go through this, but I do want to ask all of our board members past and present to either stand or to wave. We have a few. There we go. We've got Jeff, Steve, Dave Ratanja, Susan, we're just so fortunate, Brendan. And I was also grateful that Chandra had mentioned Dalton McGinty's support of this facility. This building was intended to be torn down. Were it not for investments in leadership and vision, this would not be here, right? I want to move to, just very quickly, and then I'm going to close things up. I want to thank former Mayor Watson. He was not feeling well today, so I do want to acknowledge the work that he's done in actually as our founder of Invest Ottawa and also as a founder of Bayview Yards. He always believed in us every step of the way. From an economic development perspective, he was always there for us. He cared about it, and he leaned in on it. And to our new mayor, Mayor Sutcliffe, it's just a joy to work with you. You've always been leaned in on economic development with us. I think you've coached over 150 companies that we work with. Having your insights and having your passion for economic development, we couldn't be more pleased. So thank you for your leadership. And you're already putting us through our paces as an economic development community. I'm not kidding. He's intense. Very good. So, all right, just to bring this home then. I do want to thank a few additional partners that we work with. So when we did the Downtown Ottawa Business Relief Fund, I think I saw Michel Giroux here earlier. Is Michel here? Yeah, so we knocked on about 100 doors one day, trying to make sure that anybody that was affected by the convoy, we're a year later, that they applied. And we had 1,400 companies. We distributed $16 million in 5 months. We did that. The BIAs were engaged. OBOT was engaged with us. Honestly, those are partnerships that we're very, very grateful for. I also want to acknowledge the KNBA team. We're very active with KNBA at Hub 350. Is Jamie here? There's Jamie. Wonderful facility, great partners. Appreciate that very much. I'll also mention, the Capital Angel Network. I know Jennifer's here. So between Invest Ottawa, the Capital Angel Network, and a number of people that are all in the room, a business was spun off this past year called SheBoot, which is now a national thing, which is a big deal. So thank you for that. I also want to make sure that I acknowledge the work with tourism, the Ottawa Hospital, very close partners in innovation with us. Our post-secondary institutions, all of them are active with us. Algonquin, La Cité, many of them are here with us today. Carleton, Ottawa U, Willis, thank you for everything that you do for our communities. We are really aligned on economic development in our region, and I'm grateful for that. And I obviously can't finish things up without just thanking the Invest Ottawa team. I look at 6 years of work, and when I think of what gets delivered, we're very operational. You never make it about Invest Ottawa or yourselves. You make it about our city. For that, I will be forever grateful. Honestly, future generations will care what you do with our partners to get things done and done the right way. So thank you very much for everything you do. I'm just so very proud of you all. And of course, all of the clients that we support, the small businesses, the entrepreneurs, the multinationals, all of the partners that we work with, we're just blessed to work with you. So let me close off by thanking you all once more. I think our best days are ahead as a community, and I say that because I know that the world needs Ottawa. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of Ottawa, Mark Sutcliffe.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for those great words, and it's so good to be with you today. Bonjour tout le monde. C'est vraiment un plaisir d'être ici. And I'll be brief. You've already heard so many important messages from the Government of Canada and from others. And I'll just share my deep connection to Invest Ottawa. I searched through my calendar this morning, and I found an entry from December 1st, 2011, which read, Invest Ottawa Transition Team. So, Jeff, I'm sure you were at that meeting. Chandra would have been as well. I was on the board, as Chandra mentioned, of Invest Ottawa when it was launched. And I was a small business advisor for many years, helping mentor and coach dozens of entrepreneurs and business owners. I chaired a small peer group. Carla Briones is here. She chaired a group as well. And in fact, I'm still in touch with those business owners. I love staying connected to entrepreneurs in our community, and we're having lunch later this week. So I spent a lot of time here at Bayview Yards over the years, and it kind of an interesting story. I was approached about, as many of you know, there are two chairs, co-chairs of Invest Ottawa. One is the mayor of Ottawa, and the other is a member of the community. And I was approached in the spring about becoming the community representative as co-chair of Invest Ottawa, and I agreed to do that. And then some circumstances changed, and I ended up running for election, and so now I'm the other co-chair of Invest Ottawa instead. So there was an easy way and there was a hard way, and I took the hard way. But I'm glad it worked out. But as you know, Invest Ottawa has made enormous contributions to the city's economic growth and diversification, and we're seeing the world-class innovation that's going on right here in our community. It's so important because of the challenges that we face as a community going forward. It's so critical that we have the work that Invest Ottawa is doing going forward to create more jobs, to spur more entrepreneurship, to build the ecosystem that we need for the future of our communities. So I want to thank the Government of Canada. I know some of our federal representatives weren't able to stick around, but I'm grateful to them for the investment and the commitment that they've made and the support and faith that they're demonstrating. And we're going to see a lot of activity at Area X.O. Because of that, we're going to see growth and expansion and new innovation. I recently toured Area X.O. It's amazing. Everybody should take a tour and understand what's going on there. There is no doubt that we face challenges as a community going forward. We're like other communities that are facing economic uncertainty, but I have confidence in Invest Ottawa to help us navigate those changes and those challenges. We must continue to be a competitive city with world-class innovation. There is nothing more important than economic development. That's why I've made it one of my top priorities. And I've convened a summit with the help of Invest Ottawa. We're holding a summit next month to talk about the future of our local economy, and more than 100 community and business leaders will be part of that summit. So, and I can tell you the City of Ottawa will continue to be a partner for Invest Ottawa as we have been for the past 10 years. So you can count on us. So congratulations to the terrific hardworking team at Invest Ottawa. It really is a phenomenal organization. And to the many companies who have been served by and who have supported Invest Ottawa over the past decade. We're celebrating the past today, but I am more excited about the future than I am about the past. Working together, we have an opportunity to create more jobs, to build a better economy, and to build a better city for everyone. And as much as we have done already, we have so much potential to do a lot more in the future. En travaillant ensemble, nous avons la possibilité de créer plus d'emplois et de bâtir une meilleure économie et une meilleure ville pour tous. So it's been a great 10 years, but I believe the best is yet to come. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, Mayor Sutcliffe. We're glad we're able to have you as co-chair of our board one way or the other. And so we're now just delighted to share video greetings from our valued investors at the Government of Ontario. The province provides critical investment for our entrepreneurship service, Venture Path, and Area X.O programs, and 2 previous skill development programs. We're very grateful to the Honourable Mary Lee Fullerton, Minister of Children, Community and Social Services, Government of Ontario, and the Honourable Victor Videlli, Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade, Government of Ontario, for their commitment to the entrepreneurs and firms we serve across our community.
Hi, everybody. Vic Fidelli here, Ontario's Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. On behalf of Premier Ford and our Ontario government, congratulations, Invest Ottawa, on your 10th anniversary, and Bayview Yards on your 6th anniversary. Both of your organizations have done incredible work to drive innovation, especially in the tech sector. By helping entrepreneurs bring new ideas to market and supporting small and medium enterprises as they move to the next level, you have helped to ensure that Ottawa continues to be one of the most diverse tech hubs in North America. Thank you for your long-standing dedication and efforts to support businesses in the Ottawa region. With a tech force of more than 408,000 employees, Ontario has the second largest number of information and communications technology establishments in North America. And with a robust pipeline of fast-growing companies raising hundreds of millions of dollars in venture capital funding, we expect that number to continue to grow. Large multinational companies like Nokia are making big investments in Ontario with confidence. Confidence in our province, in our people, our 65,000 STEM grads, our entire innovation ecosystem, and in communities like Ottawa. There's never been a more exciting time to be part of Ontario's world-class tech sector. And helping to lead the way are the province's 7 regional technology development sites, including Ottawa's very own Area X.0, which is supported by Invest Ottawa. These sites, funded by our government, leverage Ontario's innovation clusters to drive innovation. Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards have played and will continue to play an important role in these efforts. And we look forward to continuing to work with you to foster new opportunities. Thanks again for everything you do, and congratulations on these milestone anniversaries.
As your Member of Provincial Parliament for Kanata Carleton, I bring greetings on behalf of the Ontario Government. I want to start by congratulating the many professionals at Invest Ottawa for the important work that is being accomplished for our local business community. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary, and congratulations on celebrating 6 years at Bayview Yards. Thank you for your work in attracting the venture capital and talent to help build and grow companies here in Ottawa. You've been effective in matching local companies' needs with budding talent and key investment and marketing interests. And your combined efforts help foster innovation, growth, and partnerships. I appreciate the insights of Michael and Sonia and the ongoing exchanges on economic development and business opportunities, along with the latest news on developments at the Innovation Centre at Bayview Yards. To all of you at Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards, and to the insightful leadership of the Board of Directors of Invest Ottawa, your work and commitment, your energy and enthusiasm are making a difference in our community. Again, thank you, and I wish you a wonderful celebration today and many more successes on behalf of the city and its business community.
We are so grateful to all levels of government, including our city, the Government of Canada, and the Government of Ontario for the incredible investment they make year over year in our region. And today is also about honoring the many leaders whose visionary commitment to actually build Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards, we wanted to showcase their incredible impact on our region. In 2014, I had lunch with Steve West, the inaugural chair of Bayview Yards, and he said, I have this little something I want to chat with you about. It's called the Innovation Centre. And that goes back so many years. And in a follow-up discussion with Saad Bashir, who we send our best regards to, he is traveling the world and could not be with us today, harnessing the power of the inaugural board, all the directors of Invest Ottawa, our community. Bayview Yards was born and Invest Ottawa evolved. We've created a very special production today that features those champions who translated their vision for economic development into reality here in Ottawa. And it has been an absolute privilege to collaborate with each and every one of you over so many years. We hope you enjoy this.
The ability to actually have a hub in the city is something that the city had talked about for decades.
It was a piece of needed infrastructure to really grow entrepreneurship in the City of Ottawa.
We started with a shell of a building, and now it's really adding to the economic growth of the City of Ottawa.
It's a catalyst kind of organization.
The layout of it all really fosters teamwork.
The building is about people, and it's the people that really can make it happen. What I'm most proud of is actually standing here in Bayview Yards. The fact that, what was a municipal garage has turned out to be a place where any type of business can come and get the kind of support that they need to move to the next level.
If you look at the companies that have come out of Bayview Yards, I'm on the board or an investor in at least 4 of them, and there are hundreds of jobs that started that were incubated at Invest Ottawa, and it was those entrepreneurs that did that, but I know Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards was a critical ingredient.
I was so happy to have the opportunity to help build and Invest Ottawa and be able to be part of the organization because it's the leading economic agency in Ottawa. It's all kinds of innovation, and really it's planting the seeds for the future and supporting business owners as they're growing their dreams.
One of the unique strengths of Invest Ottawa is it's one of the only economic development agencies in the country that actually brings true economic development
and the venture side of startups.
It's an honor to be a part of Invest Ottawa and to contribute as a director. Invest Ottawa inspires so many entrepreneurs, startups, founders to really scale up in their business, and they equip them with not just the information, the knowledge, but the tools that they need to succeed.
Invest Ottawa is so important for entrepreneurs, and having lived and run businesses prior to Invest Ottawa and then coming on board, seeing the offers that it has, and now having my portfolio companies coming in here, it's been incredible to see the benefits. So that's huge for them.
Just the team itself at Bayview Yards that is catering to new businesses, entrepreneurship ideas. There's been a really important kind of growth in the hub. It's been really exciting to watch.
When I see the work that Invest Ottawa does, I think about how it's engaging the federal government, the provincial government, the City of Ottawa, the universities and the other post-secondary institutions in Ottawa, the business community, the research sector. But it's getting the whole city working together on an economic development strategy that's going to create jobs and lead the way in terms of innovation.
One of the biggest reasons we created Bayview was to create this sense of inclusivity, openness, and to really drive that entrepreneurial spirit forward with a Main Street feel, something that was really approachable to anybody and everybody.
Invest Ottawa is not just committed to the external problems they're trying to solve, they're looking at themselves as an organization to make sure that what you're trying to reflect in the entrepreneurial environment and community in Ottawa is reflected within your company and organization.
They've been able to create a level of energy that has also attracted people, young people especially, to the kind of entrepreneurial environment.
A lot of people are interested in this space, in this industry. There's a lot of supporters out there. So I think when Bayview Yards was created, it was clear where to go.
We see the success that is happening in the center. We see jobs being created. We see innovation being created. We see companies coming out of the center, graduating at the global stage. I'm thrilled to see that. I'm extremely proud of what this center has done to contribute to that.
What excites me the most about the Invest Ottawa's future and the ecosystem that we serve is a potential to get our global competitive advantage on a large scale.
Ottawa is the #1 market for the concentration of tech talent in all of North America. About 11.6 of all of the workers here are in the technology field, and I think Invest Ottawa deserves a lot of credit for that result.
Tech spans to many different areas. Any industry can benefit from tech. Any tech company needs really a suite of people with different skill sets that can help them grow and lead in today's markets.
Invest Ottawa's work has led to the attraction of more than $1 billion in foreign and domestic investments in Ottawa, providing wide-ranging benefits for the city and ample work opportunities for Algonquin College learners and graduates.
There's 100,000 people that work or that study in Ottawa's post-secondary. And of course, this is where innovation takes root. And Invest Ottawa is such a great forum for research and innovation to come together across sectors so that we can apply our knowledge for economic and social development in the region.
Even through the pandemic, which was hard on everybody, Invest Ottawa supported entrepreneurs, did what they could, and I think have come through this even stronger than before. So the impact has been absolutely stunning to me over the past 10 years on where the tech industry is and where it's going in the future.
I think what really excites me as I look forward in Ottawa is just how many different sectors we're now engaged in, the number of different types of entrepreneurs that we're supporting. You know, we're seeing a variety of different companies. It's really exciting to watch.
Day in, day out, morning to night, the team at Invest Ottawa is working with businesses, with the community, you know, with small businesses, with large businesses to bring more jobs, more capital investment, you know, and really raise Ottawa's profile on the global stage.
The greatest impact for me with Bayview Yards is that there's a buzz now in the community. We've created an organization that was needed then and that will be needed for years to come.
I'm really excited about the future of Invest Ottawa. I think they've done great work. They have a very positive reputation, not just in Ottawa, but around the world. Anytime they've organized a trade mission when I was mayor, it was top-notch, it was results-oriented, and that's something to be very, very proud of.
Invest Ottawa and Area X.O have really been a catalyst for new innovation in the area of smart mobility. And what we're excited at the World Economic Forum to do is really connect that innovation into a global network to help scale the impact and also bring the world to Ottawa.
If I had one phrase to summarize Invest Ottawa and Bayview Yards, I would say powerful community collaboration for impact. It brings together so many stakeholders from industry to government to academia, investors, sponsors, innovation partners, and community members from every single walk of life, all of whom have contributed in very impactful and very diverse ways to the evolution of our journey and our collaborative impact on our economy and our community. And even though Bayview is a physical building at 7 Bayview Station Road, it spans every corner of our region and goes so far beyond the physical structure. The collaboration is right across our community and out into the country and around the world. It's been a privilege to be a part of it.
Reflecting back on the strategic plan that we put together back in 2017, looking back over everything that's been accomplished, all of the execution, all of the partnerships, all of the support that we've had from the community, and all of the outcomes for our economy. I'm humbled as a leader to see it all unfold in the way that it has. I want to thank everyone that has been there with us to make it all happen. I'm very, very proud of everything we've done together. Thank you all.
What a great video, and thank you so much to all of you who have made this impact and community possible. It's now my pleasure to speak to you about our premier partner, RBC. So RBC has truly been a partner with us in championing underrepresented founders. We collaborate on the Changemaker series that's currently running in the Ottawa Business Journal. They've enabled programs for us to kickstart, like the Ignition program. They've funded social entrepreneurs to have a seat here at Bayview Yards, and they've actually even introduced us to Chef Rick's, who provided the delicious lunch that you had today. They are a critical force in enabling technology and small businesses to thrive in Ottawa. And they've also played a pivotal role in our journey as a premier sponsor since the inception of our Innovation Hub, and honestly, back before we were even Invest Ottawa. I think the history goes back 20, maybe even 30 years. It's been a true pleasure to collaborate with Marjolaine Houdon, Justin Sherman, Glenn Sheen, Ray Rashid, and all the many other folks from RBC who join us today. Building on our strong collaboration, RBC generously joined us as a sponsor for our mural competition last fall. Guided by our vision, core values, and established criteria, we received many, many incredible submissions from a host of talented artists. Together with members of our community from every walk of life, we chose the winning mural from a local artist that we're going to unveil in just a few minutes. It'll shape the experience of all who visit Bayview Yards and the RBC Foundry. So it's now my pleasure to invite Justin Sherman, Regional Vice President of Business Financial Services at RBC, to give us a few remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. And we're all at a loss to when this partnership started. We were here day one for Bayview Yards. We were here day one for Invest Ottawa. And sometime before that, we started our partnership. I'm so privileged to share the front row with these, the foundation of Invest Ottawa. So privileged to be with all of you today. At RBC, we've been supporting innovators and creative thinkers for decades. We were the first financial institution to open a tech practice back in the 90s. And boy, was that exciting times. And clearly from today, it's still exciting times in Ottawa. Ottawa tech, innovation, and the entire startup community. We've heard today we've attracted global leaders and created high-value jobs in our region, and a large part of that is due to the work of Invest Ottawa. Right here in the RBC Foundry for the past 6 years, we've had a front row seat to the amazing work that happens, and at most events in this room, there's an RBC advisor supporting startups and innovators, getting involved as mentors and subject matter experts. We've helped entrepreneurs scale their business or launch their IPO, and some are in the room today. And we're, of course, committed to the future. We're thrilled at the progress of RBCX in its first 2 years, a full-service platform to accelerate the entrepreneurial journey, providing access to capital solutions, innovative products, and services. And my friend and colleague, Ray Rashid, is right in the room with us today from RBCX, stationed here in Ottawa, along with myself. We've continued to partner with Invest Ottawa to make sure this space is reflective of our community and welcoming to all. Sometimes change is a little bit hard, as Michael and I talked about, but you're going to be thrilled with the murals that we're about to unveil to be part of this refresh space. When I joined this role a little over 2 years ago, in my first interaction with Michael and his team, I was first of all blown away by what they do in Ottawa, but I was also thrilled to really understand and realize how aligned RBC and Invest Ottawa are to support our community, to allow our community to thrive, but how aligned we are in our values as well. So Michael and team and all of you in the room today, congratulations on 10 years, and we can't wait to see what comes next, and I can't wait to see these murals.
The moment you've all been waiting for. Mike, can you please join us on the stage? We'll also be joined by the muralist, Aksenia Karchapova.
Hi everyone, this is my son. In translate, I speak Ukraine. Коли ми з сином влітку приїхали до Канади, тікаючи від війни в Україні, я не знала, що доля дасть мені можливість взяти участь у арт-конкурсі для створення фресок для стін літейного цеху Invest Ottawa. Звісно, я коли малювала ці ескізи, їх було багато, бо я мала багато думок, які хочу показати всі важливі елементи для фресок.
When my son and I came to Canada in the summer fleeing the war in Ukraine, little did I know that fate would give me the opportunity to participate in an art competition to create murals for the walls of Invest Ottawa Foundry. Of course, when I drew the sketches, there was a lot of them because I had many thoughts that I want to show all the important elements for the murals.
Коли я вирішила взяти участь у цьому конкурсі, то дізналася про грошову винагороду. Якщо виграю, ми з сином вирішили частину грошей відправити як підтримку для Збройних сил України, а саме хокейному тренеру мого сина, який тренував його в Україні до початку війни. Через 22 дні буде як рік, як почалося військове вторгнення в Україну, і я буду вдячна за любу підтримку, як хтось захоче також підтримати Україну в боротьбі за волю та свободу.
When I decided to take part in this competition and found out about the monetary reward that I would win, my son and I decided to send part of the money as support for the armed forces of Ukraine, namely to my son's hockey coach, who trained him in Ukraine before the start of the war. In 24 days, it will be a year since the military invasion of Ukraine began, and I will be grateful for any kind support if anyone wants to support Ukraine in the fight for freedom and a dignified life.
Основна смислова ідея моєї концепції та ескізів полягає у бажанні показати гармонійну між минулим, сьогоденням та майбутнім. Може навіть закликати до прагнення знаходити баланс у всіх видах діяльності, сучасності, суспільства, науки, культури та соціології. Подібно до корінних народів Онтаріо, які дуже гармонійно злились з природою, користуючись усіма її благами, але не порушуючи баланс, можливо, це і є правильний напрямок у майбутньому, принцип якого створити та не руйнувати.
The main meaningful idea of my concepts and sketches is a desire to show the harmony between the past, present, and future. It can even call for the desire to find a balance in all activities of modern society, science, culture, sociology. Like the indigenous people of Ontario, who very harmoniously merged with nature, enjoying all the benefits, but without disturbing the balance, perhaps this is the right direction, the principle of which is to create without destroying.
Я вважаю, що всім нам досі є чому вчитися один у одного, і в цілому і є сила в цьому та гарантований успіх на найяскравіші розробки та відкриття у всіх галузях.
I believe that we all still have something to learn from each other, and there is a power and guaranteed success for the most interesting developments and discoveries in all fields.
Я дуже зраділа, коли виграла цей конкурс, що мене помітили та зрозуміли мою мову через творчість. Я погано говорю англійською мовою, але мова художника однакова для всіх мов світу. І я щаслива, що мене зрозуміли і обрали переможцем.
So I'm very happy that I won this competition, that I was noticed and understood my language through creativity. I do not speak English well, but the language of the artist is the same for all languages of the world. And I am happy that I was understood and chosen as the winner.
And I thank you for trusting Invest Ottawa to do this project and become part of your home. And I'm very grateful to my close friend Christia for her support, who was by my side all this time during the projects and did not leave me alone for a single minute. And thank all these people and everyone personally who helped of my family in Canada and also for helping Ukraine. Thank you.
We are now going to prepare to unveil the back wall mural. So we invite you to turn your heads, and I am grateful for our team who is shifting the cameras so that everyone at home can see as well. Gentlemen, whenever you're ready, we can release that drape. So incredibly beautiful. Thank you so much, Oksana, for your amazing work, to RBC for your championship, and of course to our entire community who contributed designs. We were overwhelmed by the number and helped us to select these beautiful murals. And now it's my honor to bring forward the inaugural chair of Invest Ottawa, Jeff Westindy, the inaugural chair of Bayview Yards, Steve West, who will deliver a few closing remarks as we wrap up today. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all our speakers. I just want to thank all the folks that I've worked with on this project, going back to 2014 when this was just an empty shell. Actually, we had some graffiti on the walls. I'm glad that we got rid of that graffiti, and instead we have these beautiful murals. But there are a lot of unsung heroes, both at the board level and at the staff level. So you know who you are, and it was my great privilege to be able to work with all of you. So thank you very much indeed.
C'est vraiment incroyable d'être ici dans cette cour Bayview aujourd'hui. Like Steve, I have memories of walking in here. I remember the pigeons more than the graffiti. But as some people have said before, future successes typically are paved on the work of others, the foundations that were laid by others. And it's neat to be here 10 years after the foundation of Invest Ottawa, see the work that Invest Ottawa is doing. And so I'd like to just give a big thank you to all of the volunteers that have served on behalf of Invest Ottawa and economic development and for our city. I was reminded by a friend of mine when I took on this project, or when we took on this project, it was about 10 years ago. He said, Jeff, if this goes really well, no one's going to remember who you are. But if it goes really bad, your name is toast in this town, right? And that's what volunteers do. I'd also like to shout out to all of the partners, the government funders and whatnot. There are a number of very courageous bureaucrats that stepped up. I see Hugh here, Saad Bashir, Mathieu Goulavel was here, I encourage you to continue being courageous. Entrepreneurship is one of the most noble professions in the world. They are world changers. They're city changers. I want you to think about what Ottawa would look like if it wasn't for Tessawat, the Algonquin chief that had a toll island on the Ottawa River, or E.B. Eddy, J.R. Booth, Michael Copeland, Terry Matthews. Think about what our city would be like without those individuals, and that's the work you're doing here. So for everybody that's currently involved in Invest Ottawa, I wish you courage. Continue thinking big, continue doing great things. It's important work and important for our city. So, and thank you to the team at Invest Ottawa for hosting this celebration today. It was really, really fantastic. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, what an incredible afternoon, wasn't it? It was just so inspirational. As we conclude today, we want to thank everyone who joined us here in the Foundry and online, and of course for the collective outcomes and impact we've together achieved as a global collaborative community and a global tech hub. It is an honor to collaborate with you into the next decade and far beyond. I want to thank all of my colleagues who helped today make today such a success, all the speakers, the investors, of course the Government of Canada, the Government of Ontario, and our city, Monique, who will be joining us to close our ceremony officially today, all founders and the companies that inspire us, and of course my colleagues, the employees of Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards, and Area X.O, including the marketing and communications team and our Bayview team led by Kara that have done so much for today. Please give them a round of applause. It was an incredible journey. We will be hosting tours. There will be cake cutting, the beautiful logo cakes that have been specially created, mocktails inspired by Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards, and Area X.O, and taking a few photos here on the stage. We encourage you to please network, meet with the companies that are here today, and enjoy the opportunity to see our IO Accelerator, our Global Runway, our Prototyping Lab. We are here with you until 3:30 p.m. And with that, I would now like to call forward Monique, who is going to conclude our ceremony today with our deep thanks to all of you, and certainly to her.
Okay, miigwech. So I'd like to close this space. And in doing so, take everything that was learned, that was shared, and bring it into your lives. I've heard about, the celebration of the past, but also looking forward to the future. And by taking all the things that were learned and shared today, I think the future is going to be pretty bright. So I'll close this space with a few words to the Creator. Kachimigwich Jemnado, thank you for the water, for the plants, for the trees, for the ones who fly, for the ones who swim, for the ones who crawl, for the furred, for the feathered, for the four-legged, and for the two-legged. And thank you for bringing everyone here together today with open hearts, with open minds. Help us to see truth. Help us to hear beauty. Help us to speak with kindness and with compassion. And help us to work together for the benefit of all of our communities. Kachimigwich, 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 thank you. Thank you very much. I know you're going to have a great tour.